Welcome to our channel. This is your reading for the week of June 4th, 2017. And so, before I jump into the reading, I did a video earlier for the reading of the month of June. And so, at the end of that video, I was explaining the ring that I have on my finger now. I'm using my other phone, so the quality isn't as good as my regular phone, but hopefully you can see it. But let me tell you a little bit about the story behind this ring. Um, when my twin was physically here, my mom had a conversation one night. She was sleeping. Oh, give me 1 second. Let me turn this dryer off. Okay. Anyway, he called her one night because he was like, he wanted to get a ring for me. And so she was like, boy, don't call me this time of night with this stuff. I used to always tell him, do not call my mom late at night with your stuff. And so he still did it. And so she told me about this conversation a few months ago. And I didn't think anything else about it. I was just like, well, maybe one day, once I started getting everything flowing through, I might just get a ring to represent our love that he was going to get me. And so I didn't think anything else about it. And so he was like, he wanted to get me a ring. And she was like, well, you want me to pick it out? And he was like, no. He said, I'm going to have to go with you to pick it out, Mom. And he's always called Mom. And so he said, but I'm going to have to drive your Lexus. She had a Lexus at the time. He used to love her car. And so anyway, she was like, spirit comes to us all the time and talk to us. Our loved ones talk to us, put bugs in our ear all the time. We just have to realize that it's them, because it's going to be this subtle voice as our own internal voice, and it's actually them. And so she was flipping the channel one night, and so she was just drawn to this channel. I think it was like QVC or something like that. And so they had a ring that was like three times off the price of the original of the ring, the price of the ring. And so it was a Dominique ring. And so the Dominique ring actually is a garnet. And so garnet is a protection stone. And so it has a lot of significant meaning to the ring. I'll get into that in a minute, but let me finish telling you the story. And so she said that she was just drawn to get it. And so she got it. And so she just kept on getting this feeling like he was steady telling her to get the ring, get the ring. And so she got it. And so when she got it, she was like, Larry's is the ring you want me to get for her. And so she was getting it for me to, so I can wear and give it to me the actual day of our anniversary, which was the 31st. The day he died was 31st. We got back together that night, and so it's been 2 years. And so she gave it to me before then because I went out of town to Texas last weekend. And so anyway, back to the story. She was just like, she asked him, she said, Larry's just the ring you want me to get for Gabby? And he was like, yes, Mom. And so she just felt this overwhelming feeling of joy and gratitude, and she just started crying. And so she got me the ring. So this is like my little engagement ring, I guess you would say, from my twin from afterlife. My loved ones will give us gifts indirectly or directly via someone else from the afterlife or situations. So just know and trust and believe your loved ones are still there with you. And so this just signifies that our bond that we already have, and that we already are one, and he helps me all the time. And so let's get into the reading for the week. Oh, let me tell you about the stone garnet. Garnet is a protection stone. Usually is in red, but it has different colors as some other, crystals do. And so basically it's a protection stone, and so it signifies a lot. It also has some meaning to the afterlife as well, which when I got it, he got me to look it up and research it. And so I saw that in the Egyptian times, they were buried with garnet because they felt like when they go to the afterlife, they will have the riches and carry them to the afterlife. And garnet is one of those riches that will go to the afterlife with them. So it's actually, symbolic for the afterlife as well. The Egyptians used to wear it. The kings and pharaohs used to wear it all the time. So yes, so I thought that was pretty cool. And so, but this is our reading for the week, so I'm gonna jump into the reading. I just had to tell you that little story because my recording got cut off on the last video I did earlier on my other phone. I can never keep a good battery or memory in my phone at all. So I'm on this phone. The video is kind of, I see blacking in and out, but I'm still here. And I'm gonna try to finish this video with the least distraction as possible. But you know how things work out. I have my cat moaning in the background now, probably for some food. Okay, so I already pulled the cards for you guys for this week. And so the first card that came up, the card of the day that came up was discontent and boredom. And I'm not sure if you can really see the card that well with this camera, but I'm going to put it right here so you can try to see it. If not, it says discontent and boredom. And so I'm going to read to you what this card says. I usually don't read from the book, but I just thought it was kind of, I needed to read this from the book. It has a number 4 at the top. So 4 means structure, foundation, realization, stable situation, and planning. And so let me see what this discontent and boredom. It says this card signifies a time when you may experience stagnation, discontent, and boredom. Really true for me. Feeling of restlessness and impatience surround you. A relationship, project, or situation isn't moving forward fast enough and could be draining you emotionally and energetically. And that is kind of true for me because I did a reading for the month of June earlier. And so that kind of came up about I've been kind of procrastinating, been kind of feeling off lately. And so not really aligned with my vortex. And so things aren't as in process as I thought they would be by now. And so, but I don't blame spirit for that. I can only blame myself for that. And so yeah. So, but this card this week right here, it is some light at the end of the tunnel. But this week right here is a little more on the I don't want to say dark, but it's a little bit more I guess we need to go in and pull out those dark sides of us, and because other cards I pull, you'll see why I'm saying that, and do the spiritual work and do the work so we can have the things that we want. But it is light at the end of the tunnel at the end of this reading. My cat is right here. Hopefully he doesn't mess up. So that was the card for the day. This right here, the next card, is the card that started off this week for the week of June the 4th. Trap and Fear. If you can see the card, hopefully you can. But this isn't a good video. This phone doesn't have good video quality. It says Trapped in Fear. And on this card is this guy that's like he's trapped in prison in this jail. And the jail would be your own internal demons, your own fear. And that is so true because we tend to let fear intervene and mess up our life, and we don't even realize that we're really doing it. And I was talking to my son one day, the other day, and he started back doing backwards flips, and so he stopped doing them because he was afraid he was going to land on something and hit his head. But how will you ever know unless you do it? And so I said, you know what? I said, there's one thing, Tressa, you got over your fear. And I just looked at that as an aha moment. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you being held back? You're letting something as simple as fear take all this power and drain you and hold you back on your life-given purpose. And so it's so easy to fall back into those fear patterns because there's so much negative energy around. There's so much negativity going on in the world. But in reality, it's a lot of positive stuff too. The news just doesn't broadcast the positive stuff like it does the negative stuff. But, find your own positive stuff. Find your own outlet. Don't watch all this news and all this negativity. Do what you need to do to raise your vibrations and to get out of this fear pattern. And I know I still go back to things too. On this spiritual journey, I've always learned that, and I still do it to this day. I'll go through something, think I'll pass this stage or whatever, and then something will come up, and I'll go back to the stage and kind of backtrack. But you're always relearning, but you're always looking at stuff from a different perspective. And so I go back to sometimes having these fear-based patterns and stuff like that. And I'm looking like, Gabrielle, why are you doing this? Why are you letting this fear control you? And so it's saying that you're trapped in fear this week. Who's ever seen this video was meant for you. And like I said before my other video, if you don't see it the week that is actually, available, and you see it another week, it might not have been for you for that week. It might be for you for right now. So trust and believe, anytime you see a video by anyone, even if it's not for that month or for that week, it might be meant for you to see it right then and there. Even though you didn't see it then, it probably wasn't aligned with what was going on in your life then, but now it is. So, but yeah, what are you trapped in fear about? What is going on? What are you letting control your life, control your destiny, control your ability to do things? We have a greater purpose, and we have to find it. And the saying is, the hardest to struggle, something like that, the greater your purpose. And it's so true. I've been through so many troubles and trials and tribulations throughout life, and since I can remember. And so, but you know what? It's always light at the end of the tunnel, and I see that light. And I've had my bliss moments, and still is, and I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for the things that have happened in my life and that are continuing to happen, and that I know that's already is lined up to happen. So, this is the fear trapped in fear card. So I'm gonna see what number 8 means. It's an 8 on the card, and it says power, authority, strength, organization, control, materialism. So you're giving this fear your power. You're giving it authority over you, but you have the strength to face your fear and do what you need to do to take control of your life, and you can materialize the things that you want in life once you stop letting this fear control you. And we have to stop doing that. And like this card of the day was discontent and boredom. And all this is just aligned with each other, because the main thing that controls stuff, the negativity, is this one word called fear. When you don't have it, then you know what, you can achieve whatever you want to. How will you ever know unless you do something, unless you take that leap of faith? That's just it. So that was the first card for the week. So stop being trapped in fear. Try to get over that. You're going to come through things in your life where you're going to revisit stuff like that, and just revisit it and to be thankful for the lessons that you learned, and learn from those lessons and move on to get to your next lesson. And yeah, just enjoy life. But don't let fear control you. So that was it for that card. The next card is the obstacles and challenges card. You can see it. You might not be able to see it, but this is the card. And so it says obstacles and challenges. And so this card right here, I'm going to kind of tell you what was on the card, because you really can't see it on this phone. It's this guy, and this is a fear thing too. He has, like, he's walking this plank, and it's like a piece of the plank is broke off, and it's the other side of the plank. And so it's either, these are obstacles. The thing on this card is showing you where is that gap in between where he can fall through if he doesn't get to the other side of that bridge or that plank. And so this is an obstacle for you. So this is the challenge. How are you going to get to the other side of what you want in life? This card is so true. How are you going to get to the other side of what you want in life if you do not face your fear of that fear of him and his card falling through and not reaching the other side? But how will you ever know unless you take that leap of faith? So he needs to jump to take this leap of faith to be able to get where he needs to go on his journey. And so this is so true. It just aligned up so well. And so, yes, so you're going to have obstacles. You're going to have challenges in life. Life is not meant to be peaches and cream. It's not meant to be perfect. Take it with stride. Enjoy the good and the bad in life, because nothing is really ever just black and white. It's always gray in between. It's always something. When you have bad stuff going in your life, it's always something underneath that. There's a lesson for you to learn. And you have to find out that lesson and look at it in that perspective of, why is this happening to me? Okay, what do I need to learn from this? What do I need to learn from this experience? Like, I used to ask myself, why am I always sick? Why am I always sick? Why did I go to school all this time, spend all these years in school, and couldn't work in the field that I wanted to work in all my life? And so, but that wasn't the field for me. That wasn't what God had in line for me. That's what I wanted. Excuse me. But that's not what Source had in line for me. And so my illnesses and sicknesses are something it's something for me to embrace, and to be able to know that this right here too is a part of my calling. And so I just love the way the spiritual world. I just look at stuff so much different now, so much different. And I thank God for the breakthroughs I've had and stuff like that, and I'm just so grateful. And I'm so grateful for my twin on the other side and always helping me. But yeah, you're going to have obstacles and challenges in your life. But do not let this fear, this first card, you being trapped in fear, stop you from taking that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith. Trust your spirit guides. Trust your guides. Trust God. Trust Source. Whatever you want to call. Trust the other side. And you will get there. And so the last card for this reading, I told you it was light at the end of the tunnel, is hope. The hope card. You probably can't see the other cards, but this card is really bright and vibrant. So you can kind of see this card on this phone. The hope card. And so actually it's crazy how spirit just talks to you. Someone has the same deck that I have on Facebook, and so they pulled the card of the day today, and it was the hope card. That was the card of the day for them. And when I saw this card, I said, you know what, it's just amazing how spirit aligns up everything. But if you stay trapped in that fear and you don't get over those obstacles and challenges, then you know what, this is not going to happen. This hope that you have for a brighter future is not going to happen. But if you get out of that stage of being trapped in fear, get over it, take that leap of faith, go through the obstacles, be glad that you're having this experience, to find out what's the reason behind this experience and these challenges. And so this is probably for your greater good. We don't even realize that sometimes we have stuff going on in our life that is, at the time, doesn't seem like it's for the greater good, but it really is. And so in the reading for the month, I pulled the serendipity card, and so it talked about how things line up and how spirit aligns up stuff for us. And so even sometimes stuff might not seem like it's good, but this might be the direction you need to go to get to where you want to go. And it might not seem good, but trust me, the God, the universe, Mother Nature, whatever you want to call it, source energy, has your best interest. What might not seem good for you might be the choice you need to take. Might not be the easiest way out, but it might be the way that gets you to where you want to be. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. This is hope. So, for this week, your card of the day was discontent and boredom. Then your starting off card was trapped in fear, and to get over those fears, you need to go through your obstacles and your challenges, and it's hope. It's there. It's a line for you. This is a part of your vortex. It's there. Hold on to that hope and know and trust and believe and have faith that everything is going to happen. It's just going to happen in divine time, and like it did for the reading of the month of June. One of those cards came up. And so let me see. 17 is 1 plus 7 equals 8. So 8, again, you have 8 as well as 8 was right here. And what did I say 8 meant? Power, authority, strength, organization, control, and materialism. And so this is saying you have the power, the authority, the strength, organization, control to be able to materialize the things that you want into your life. So this right here, this is both 8 cards. And so this first 8 card is showing you the negative side of it. But this right here is showing you the positive side of it. And this is so amazing. That's why I love tarot. How things just line up. This is showing you you're letting fear take control of all these things. But if you hold on to hope and you do what you need to do and get past those obstacles, this is how those things are going to come into fruition. And so this is your reading for the week of June the 4th. And so this video isn't as long as the other one, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed your reading. And I will be back next week with another video. And I'm sorry you guys for being absent for 2 weeks because I was sick. And so but yeah, so I'm back and I'll be doing a reading next week, and hopefully some more things coming up as well. I have a lot going on, commotion going on in my life right now. I'm trying to get everything settled and back into order or whatever, and I have to get myself in order as well to be able to do the things I need to do. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I will leave at the end of this video, I will leave the links to our Facebook page, Twitter account for you to like our Twitter account, like our Facebook page. If you want to join our group, Twin Flames of the Afterlife, you can. Also, the link to our website, and just make sure you go out there, read our website, look at the stuff, and if it's something you want me to talk about in a video, like I tell you all the time, leave a comment at the end of this video. And if it's something that I am, here's my cat right here, that I'm knowledgeable on, then you know what, I will do a video for that. And even if it's something that I'm not, it might be something that you guys are asking for, that my spirit guys are telling me, Gabrielle, this is what you need to be looking into, this is what you need to be getting information from us about, and then I'll just see what comes out then. So yeah, just leave a message, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is from me and my twin Larry, and peace and love. You guys have a wonderful day.